Hello and welcome to anyone and everyone who's decided to watch this video. Today, I am once again rambling on about Blokees, the Shining versions, Wave 3, Shattered Universe. I've got more new Blokees. I've got another set of the Shining ones, Wave 3, just in time for them to probably announce Wave 4. I bet they'll have announced it by the time this gets uploaded. And yes, so let's get on to rambling about them. Here they are, and a lot of new characters, not too much repeats, or at least less than last time by one, but I don't count that Bumblebee, but we will get to him, because we will start with the actual one take. We're doing it in one take. Repeat character, Tarn. And he is looking nice, and as you can see, he is unmasked this time. It is the extra accessory that comes with this release of him. He does have a masked head, and it's a full head this time, unlike that B1. I'm not even going to finish those numbers. The cogged Bumblebee from the Transformers 1 wave. Where you have to change the face. No, it is two separate heads. I would swap them out, but the ball joint is kind of stuck in my unmasked head. And well, if I want to show you a Blokees Tarn with the mask, I can just bring in the first release, and we can see some differences. A lot more black on the Shining release, as opposed to like the grays and purples of the first release, although there's still plenty of gray and purple in this one. And of course he has the LEDs in his chest. He does have a bulge of extra paint on mine, sadly, but I can live with it. He's got extra detail in his arms, his very, very silver arms, as opposed to the flat gray with nothing on this one. No paint on the cannon, some yellow and red and extra striping there. Just a lot of little flavor. They always change things up with the printing on the Shining releases. It's more than just LEDs, and you can see his LEDs in there glowing very brightly. And I am very happy with this Tarn repaint. Tarn is one of the better Blokees figures, and I don't really see Blokees reusing him as any other characters. They could take a page out of Hasbro's book and use him as Bludgeon, but I don't think they're going to do that. Maybe they could get permission from Hasbro to make a Shattered Glass Tarn, where he's all red. That would be pretty interesting to see, but I don't really expect it. We have Tarn unmasked. He's here. He exists. He's a fun Blokie. He's definitely not the best of the set. He also has silver paint on his shoulder pads. Nothing really different on the back. He does have the new joints from the Wave 7 of the regular stuff, of the regular Blokees, and now they're purple instead of gray like they were on the first release. And that's about it with the differences. So Tarn, yeah, we will get him out of the way, and we will talk about the other repeat character here with Bumblebee. And this is an interesting looking Bumblebee recolor. I think it is meant to be... Whoa, camera almost fell over. Not going to have that. I think it is meant to be Marvel Bumblebee from like the original Transformers Marvel comics with the blue and the yellow. Maybe that's not true, but it feels like that's what they're homaging to me. The silver paint of the face let me realize that he has kind of a bit of a smirk, which is there on the original, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's all white, because it is the same piece. He's also the one that I feel shines the least. Like, he's on. You can see it when you lift him up like this. But, like, it's not really going through his chest. It's not really going through his head. And, I mean, it is, but you gotta get him into, like, a dark, dark space to notice it, that he's glowing. But, yeah, basically the same figure, but now he's blue instead of gray. He's got yellow shoulders instead of yellow on the forearms. Extra printing on the legs, which is admittedly a little bit weird, since... Isn't this technically like his car hood? Why has it got all the robot details on it? But it does look nice. He's probably my least favorite of the set, though. I just don't really see the need for another G1B. I mean, like, I get it. I get why they would want to do another one. I just don't completely understand what makes this appealing compared to anything else. Like, why couldn't they have done a new mold for another version of Bumblebee? Or why couldn't they have done one of Bumblebee's various repaint colors? It's called the Shattered Universe. Why not do a Shattered Glass Bumblebee? Yeah. Accessory wise, he comes with all the same stuff. I just picked up Tarn's head again, put that away. He comes with the thumbs up hand, and it still has this weird gappage on the inside, but you can have him doing a thumbs up, but blue. He comes with the communique for Spike, but it is now an image of Spike from the movie, and that's actually him talking to Autobot City on Earth, so technically Bumblebee should be walking by in the background at any minute now, any second now, really, but I mean, what other screenshot were they going to use? They needed one of Spike on a monitor. So I do appreciate that change. And also, even though that was movie Spike on that communique, he also comes with human Spike based off the first 2 seasons. This is weird. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It stands next to him. The scale is fine. It's about half the size. I don't like it. It looks weird. It doesn't have like that cutesy style that the Blokees figures have, and he's got such a weird face. I don't like him at all. He's a bizarre addition. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Bumblebee, definitely my least favorite of the set. I do actually think I just like the regular Bumblebee more. Anyway, now that we can get the basic guys out of the way, we'll talk about another weird one with Ramjet. Yeah, kind of shocking to see him here, especially since we got Dirge in the regular non-Shining series. So now we have a Shining Conehead and a not Shining Conehead, which means at some point we're going to have to get Frust, and one of these two will be the odd man out, and I wonder who it will be. That said, he glows really nice. That shouldn't be shocking since the previous Seeker of Sunstorm, and I'm sure Acid Storm did as well, but I never got the first Shining Wave, shine really nice because of that big clear cockpit in the chest. So it's nice to see it again, and it goes all through his neck. It just bleeds right through that plastic. So he's got a big yellow neck when he's lit up, and it does look a little bit weird, but I do enjoy his bright red eyes. So that is nice to see. And he is very similar to Dirge. He does have some more gussied up graphics. He's got extra stuff on his shoulders. Very invoking of classics Ramjet. He even has the big missiles on his arm instead of the null rays. His wings are different than Dirge's. They did get that right, that the Coneheads have different types of wings. I do always appreciate that. And yes, just like my Dirge, I did build him wrong. I did put these on the wrong way because they're supposed to hang off his butt, not like this with this one here, and with them swapped in the places. But I just think they look cooler with them coming out of their back like this and pointed at a little angle. I thought it looked better on Dirge. I think it looks better on Ramjet. It looks right. And also Ramjet has like extra paint for his VTOLs. He's got more dots around his Decepticon symbol. He does have a lot of different stuff here. I do, in some ways, think he is the better looking toy than Dirge. In a lot of ways, really. He even has the gold in his intanks. That's really nice. But I love Dirge. I don't know why. It's just because he looks cool. And he was one of the first G1 characters I ever had a toy of. Not being a G1 person, but getting into it through just being a general Transformers fan. And one of my first generation's toys was Dirge, so he'll always be my favorite Conehead. But I love Ramjet too. I had Spotlight Ramjet as a kid. I'm very used to the character. I love these guys both. I'm happy to have them both in Blokees. It's hard to pick a favorite between these two, and I don't want to. But we will move Dirge away because Ramjet is the one we're focusing on. Light up, light up. He's already lit up. Yeah, Ramjet, we got the leader of the Coneheads. I am interested to see Frost so that we can complete the team. He does look a little bit weird shooting his missile arms compared to shooting the null rays for posing on the other Seekers and Blokees, but he doesn't look terrible. It's just a little bit weird, but, it's fine. It's fine. And now we will talk about these two. We'll start with this one. Orion Pax from IDW. The first Orion Pax design. The one we got in the Frilling Furdy toy line. And I was really happy to see Blokees announce this. I remember wanting the Frilling Furdy Orion when I was young, just because it looked like a fun toy. And I never got it. So now I have this little non-transforming version of it, and it's interesting. The thing on his back, which I believe is supposed to be the cockpit of his truck mode, looks a lot like the repair drone on G1 Optimus's trailer. I'm assuming that's intentional, but it's still pretty cool to see nonetheless. And yeah, this is definitely invoking the feel of Baby Optimus. He's got the little wheels on his chest. He's got his chest, his legs. He's got the windows on his chest, but they don't look like a full six-pack yet. And he's got the blues, he's got the reds, he's got everything you expect from an Optimus Prime-looking robot. He even has a simpler version of the Optimus Prime helmet, but he has his face. He has his face. And he lights up, and he lights up really nice, too. Just a nice blue. He's a very basic figure. All he's got is a gun. He doesn't come with any special accessories. And I do wish he did, since I thought that was an extra feature to the Shining versions, since there's only 6 of them instead of 9, that they came with extra stuff. I mean, the Frilling Furdy figure of this design came with an axe, so it would have been cool to see that. This isn't even the gun that Frilling Furdy toy came with. That one had like a more cylindrical barrel gun, and this is just kind of a generic Transformers gun. He's still a fun figure, but he is pretty simple. There's not too much going on with him. He's just a cute little baby Optimus. And he's fun to have. He's definitely a display piece. Not my favorite of the wave. I like Ramjet more than him, but I just wanted to talk about Ramjet first. Yeah, so we'll move him to the side, and we will look at Megatron, another IDW design with minor Megatron. And this is the default figure. The chase figure would have been the Gladiator colors. And not gonna lie, I kind of wanted the chase for once. I normally don't care about getting the chases. I don't mind getting them, but I'm not bummed out to not have them. But since Hasbro did their own takes on prequel IDW stuff a few years back, and I got their minor Megatron, really liked it, but never got the Gladiator because I didn't want the figure it came with of the Optimus Prime Orion Pax or for Cybertron retool thing. So I skipped that set. So I would have liked getting Gladiator Megatron in Blokees form. But at the same time, this minor Megatron is cool looking. I just really like this design for Megatron, and I think Blokees did it really, really well. This may be my favorite Blokees Megatron, honestly. Even more than that Chase TF1 one. That one is really pretty, but I think I like this one more. He's just, something's really nice looking about this gray. It's a lot more of a dark, pure gray as opposed to that more brownish gray of the Hasbro one. He does have the treads done up on his back like the Hasbro toy, and I'm going to have to check the comic again to see if he actually had treads on his back like this, but still a nice detail to give for the Blokees, to give it some extra silhouette. He's got nice metallic feetsies, metallic thighs. You can see his Megatron belly. He's got that thing on his chest that makes him look more construction-like, almost like he's going to be a bulldozer instead of a tank, but no, he is still a tank. He's got his hazard stripes that both have cracks on them on his shoulders for some reason, and his LEDs, which are still on, shine through the ones on his chest, and it's not... You gotta get him at an angle to see it going through the ones on his chest, so I wonder if this works better on the Gladiator version as well, but the eyes glow so well, and I love this design for Megatron's head with the little crest on it and the striping. This is just a good Megatron design, even if this isn't him as the evil tyrant yet. And he has his pickaxe, so he can go at rocks or kill some Autobots, whatever you want to do with him. He's your toy. He can do anything. And then he comes with this jackhammer gun thing. It's got this like stalk here in the front that kind of puts it in his hand. It makes it look like he's got ammo, and he can hold it from this peg like a gun. And then he has these other two pegs at the side that he's supposed to be able to hold it like a regular jackhammer, but it's kind of a little hard to get him into any good poses with it, just because you can't get his arms past his chest too much. But he's cool to see that he has it. I think this is just here because the Hasbro version came with a drill, but he's got it. You can have him holding it. I don't really care much for this accessory. I wish it could go on his arm like the drill the Hasbro one came with, but with this peg, it's getting blocked by this piece. And then if you want to use the other two pegs, they're too long, so they just stick out. So that's annoying. I kind of just have him hold it like a handgun, just so he has it, so I don't lose it or anything. Even though I can just put it in the bin, I keep all my other Blokees when I'm not playing with them. And I mostly just am displaying him with the pickaxe. He's a cool figure. He's a really cool Megatron. Again, probably my favorite Megatron in Blokees. Now we will move him to the side and talk about basically the main featurette of this video. The one the wave was named after. It's called Shattered Universe. Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. And this is definitely an SG Magnus, not Delta Magnus, because, well, one, he's got the purple symbol, so clearly Shattered Glass. But also, his colors are so muted and so evil looking on this particular release, I can't pretend this is Delta Magnus. This has got to be SG Magnus all the way, even though he does just have a regular Magnus face instead of a scarred up skeletal head. But yeah, he looks good. He looks good, and more Shattered Glass in Blokees is always nice to see. I'm always happy to get more Shattered Glass in Blokees because I love me some Shattered Glass. And yeah, he is basically just the Ultra Magnus we already got, just SG-ified and given the Shining treatment. Not much different. Again, no special accessories this time. There's not even another Optimus Prime version of him with an axe that he could wield, because we haven't gotten a blue and black powered convoy out of this Optimus mold yet. I hope we do get one out of this Optimus. That'd be cool. Give it like the blue sword from the E-Hobby release. But anyway, he's got a little red dot painted onto his belt just to give him some extra coloring. I like this silver for his belly area compared to just the red on the default Magnus. His shoulder is blank this time, though. The default Magnus had this extra patch thing. And this Magnus has filled in windows, whereas obviously for the Shining one, they're clear, and you can see his LED shines through the hidden detail that the original had, the secret hidden detail of the Matrix of Leadership hiding inside his chest. But now it's kind of hard to see because of the LEDs washing it out and the red clear window. But they actually painted it this time. It is painted silver. The same silver paint on his face and his tummy and his thighs. The Matrix is painted this time. So he has a visible Matrix of Leadership. What does that mean? You can come up with your own fan theories for it. Oh, his light turned off. So now you can kind of see a little bit more that it's painted. Yeah, that's cool. It exemplifies that detail more. It is a little weird. Magnus is just not the worthy Matrix bearer, no matter the continuity. But we gotta keep including it on all the Magnus toys, especially because if we bring in SG Prime here, he also has the Matrix? Because, like, isn't that supposed to be the Matrix in his chest? That green thing? So they both have the Matrix? Like, what's going on here? Even still, I'm really happy to see him. We'll bring in Ratchet here to complete our Shattered Glass team so far. And this is making me jealous of the people who get the 2-inch Defender line. I have been avoiding that line just because it's like, I already like the 4-inch ones. They do the cute chibbiness enough for me to still find them unique. And plus, they were the line I was buying first. I don't want to buy another line, but I will admit that most recent wave, having my boy Rodimus and SG Magnus, has been tempting. And those Defender guys get like 1 to 2 SG characters every wave. They have like 6 or 7 SG figures, and we only have 3 here in the regular Galaxy line. And we had to get one of them in the Shining collection, and we have like 11 waves between the price points. Only 3 guys for us? That is upsetting. But our SG Autobots are together, they're building, they're growing. I hope we get some SG Decepticons to face them at some point. But I am glad that Optimus Prime has his dumb nincompoop failure of a usurper brother to serve in his ranks again. And he is definitely my favorite of the set. He just looks nice. Magnus is one of my favorite molds in Blokees. And it's just cool to get him again. Nothing unique happening back here. He does have color-coordinated joints this time. Blue for the knees, gray for the arms, just in case you need to know that for some reason. Yeah, he's just a repaint. He's not a unique mold like Megatron, who I also really love, but I love Shattered Glass, and this Magnus just is compelling. This is the most striking figure in this wave. These two really together are the most striking figures of this wave. They kind of put everyone else to shame, honestly. But even then, overall, I still really like this wave. I definitely think if you're going to get a Shining wave, this is the one to get, because you're getting the most new stuff. Even though you are technically getting 4 repaints, it's like the only one that really feels like a retread is Tarn, because he is just the same character with a new head. At least this is a different version of Bumblebee. And like SG Magnus is his own character. You're getting an Orion Pax, who you can use as whoever you want. You can pretend he's a generic background Autobot if you want. You're getting another Conehead to complete your team. And you're just getting the coolest Megatron Blokees has ever made yet. This is overall a really good wave. This is arguably a good wave to start your Blokees journey with as well, because you're getting B, Megs, and Prime. You're getting 3 of the big names, 3 of the most iconic characters. Yeah, overall, it's a really good package, and I'm pretty happy with this one. I've really been happy with Blokees in general, so yeah, I think I've rambled on enough here. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys around. Hey guys, it's your favorite Cool Cat Cheetor, here to tell you that if you want to be a cool cat too, then you should consider subscribing to this channel so you can get more fun videos to enjoy. See you around!